What is going on, Adventure Nation? In this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about Fairbanks, which is we came, we didn't see anything, and then we left. This is the motorhome experiment.
Okay, there is one thing that we actually got to see here, you have to admit.
Oh, the auroras were amazing.
They were amazing, and it was totally, like, we were not expecting them. And at this point, it's like Paul just went out to try to do some night photography, trying to learn more. And when he took a shot, he just came running in the RV, so excited. It freaked me out because I didn't know what was happening. And he told me the auroras are right now out. Right.
As you guys know, I barely know how to use a camera, let alone do any night photography or video and stuff like that. So I wanted to get some time lapse at night because that's the best way to catch auroras or stars or anything.
Yes.
And so I just took one test shot, and the rest I freaked out. I never did get time lapse at night because I wasn't prepared for that.
He was just testing.
But it was pretty incredible, and again, nothing I don't think that you can catch in pictures that you see with your own eyes.
It's just so hard just to see them moving and dancing for you, and we got to see the pinks for a brief second, like for 5 seconds, and then they went away quick, and it was just amazing. But you have to experience it.
Yeah, you do. So we've done nothing in Fairbanks but catch up on work. I did a repair on the RV, changed out a brake rotor, and then we stayed here at the Tanana Valley State Fair Campground, something like that.
State Fairground Campground.
Yeah. Don't stay here.
I think it's the first campground. I'm like, yeah, no. It's like, you know, we do our activity reviews, like skip it or bucket list. This one, skip it.
Yeah, the campground itself is very nice, but sometimes you just get a weird vibe about the things that are going on in and around the campground. The restrooms are just awful.
I would not use them at all, like not even the actual toilet.
Yeah.
But the sites themselves are very state parky like. It's like there is it's only electric, and it has a fire pit and a picnic table, and it's $3 a night. I guess that's why we came here. Mm-hmm. But it's like, no, it's like I have rather probably stay at the Walmart or a boondocking spot around here.
Right.
Actually in this campground.
Yeah, but today we are rolling out of here. We're actually going to be rolling out of Alaska. We're done with Alaska, and we didn't see everything we wanted to see. No. We didn't even get to explore Fairbanks at all, but we're getting chased out by the weather. We're starting to see snowstorms in Canada, so we plan on maybe even getting caught in a snowstorm on the way out.
Hopefully not. I mean, he's been a little bit pessimistic. Let's be optimistic about this, but we'll be prepared for the worst. And we're literally shutting down Alaska. Like, everything is like, oh, until September 9. A lot of activities until September 9 or 13, like mid-September. Like, this campground closes tomorrow.
Come on, Lori. People want drama. Will they make it out of Alaska before hitting a snowstorm?
Anyway, we're shutting down Alaska, so it's time for us to go.
Yeah. Yes. So let's get rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you guys, come on, bring you in there closer, there we go. I'm sure you guys are kind of thinking what I just realized while I was editing, and that is there's some big gaps in this video. I mean, we just left Denali in the last video, and now we're leaving Fairbanks, so what the heck happened? Well, if I shot what happened leaving Denali, it would look similar to this because we had just had dinner at the 49th State Brewing Company again, and then we left. We traveled mostly at night, stayed overnight in a rest area on the way to Fairbanks, and then once we got to Fairbanks, we checked in the next morning at Tanana State Valley Campgrounds, Fairgrounds, Campgrounds, I don't know, something like that. And then we hung out there for 3 or 4 days where I did some work on the RV. You saw I mentioned it there earlier. I actually changed out a right rear rotor on the RV. It was an absolute mess. I didn't film any of it because I would have had the camera covered in grease and things like that. But I am going to do the left side here soon, so I will record that as well. And then Lori took some of these pictures. She had mentioned about how hideous the campground bathrooms were. Well, she took some of these pictures here, and as you can see, it is just absolutely nasty. And then after that, we left the campground, headed over to Walmart, and then you can get the rest from there. Enjoy. We left the campground and came down to Walmart. I had to pick up some gear oil to finish off that rear end stuff. This is the infamous Walmart in Fairbanks, the RV parking and stuff you can't see out there.
Infamous. It's just famous. There's a lot of RV spots. There are a lot, very narrow and short, just FYI. We didn't stay here overnight. I know most RVers will stay here overnight, but we just didn't have the time to do that. I mean, we were staying with at the campground, and now time to go.
Yeah. Very weird Fairbanks deal for us because of the fact that we just didn't spend any time at all. And I know a lot of people spend a bunch of time here.
I guess we're at this point, like, it's September 14th, mid-September. We're in that mode, mental mode, that we need to get out of here.
Yeah, very few RVers from the lower 48 are still in Alaska on September 14th. So we are really pushing our luck.
A lot of rentals. You will see a lot of rentals still at this time of the year, but I think because they flew here, or they cruise ship here and just RVing for a week and then they're flying out. They're still not driving, what, 2,000 miles down to the lower 48. We still have to drive there 2,000 miles.
So let's see if we can't find ourselves a snowstorm or two, Lori, on the way out.
No, why are you being pessimistic?
That's right, we're in North Pole, Alaska. I always wanted to come here when I was a kid so I could see Santa Claus.
This is the part that doesn't look very North Pole-y. The other side is. Like,
first we're gonna do the sourdough and we're gonna get fuel and propane, and then we're gonna go see Santa Claus's house. We are getting a pretty late start getting out of Fairbanks, but we couldn't leave Fairbanks without coming here, or Lori would have laid on the ground and kicked and screamed like a little girl.
I mean, you guys might not know, but actually Christmas is my favorite holiday. We are in the North Pole, and this is Santa Claus' house. We have to do it. Isn't it weird that actually the cat is staring at them getting all romantic over there?
No, Lori, is this like your little girl dream come true?
Totally. Here with Santa.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
That is awesome.
That's an awesome voice right there.
Is it?
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you expect Santa Claus to have?
An awesome voice, right? Add my stuff. Okay, I want it all.
Okay, now can we leave the North Pole?
Now we can.
Or Alaska. I guess we're in North Pole. We can leave Alaska now.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Those are Santa's reindeer. How cool is that? Well, you guys might recognize this place. This is the back of the Chevron where we stayed when we first got to Alaska. So, figured it's appropriate that we finish up by staying here on our way out.
We came full circle. We started here, we're finishing here. Like, this is our last night in Alaska. In pretty Chevron.
I think it's like one of the last RVs here.
Oh, and the plane is landing.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. As you can tell, I have the scarf and double sweater. It's cold.
We woke up here in Tok, Alaska. Don't worry, this front windshield will get taken care of in a second. We're just rolling down the street a bit to grab fuel. But we are 90 miles from the Canadian border and slowly heading back to the lower 48. miles from the Canadian border. Now, we've traveled that entire loop from Tok down to Valdez, across the Richardson, into Anchorage, down into the Kenai, up into Fairbanks, and back over to Tok. And in that entire loop, there was maybe 20 miles just south of Tok, between Tok and Glen Allen, that were nasty. Like, literally, that was it.
It was like a drive.
Yeah. We are now approaching the Canadian border, and we've been told by Kevin and others we are about to hit the worst road that we are going to see in Alaska. So we'll let you guys know. As you can see out the front window, it is absolutely gorgeous right now. The fall colors are rocking, and it is spectacular. How you doing, officer?
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good, sir.
Where are you headed to?
Back down home to the lower 48.
And how long were you in Alaska, sir?
2 months. 2 months.
I'm with Fish and Wildlife. We're just doing a game and fish check station.
Okay.
Any halibut, salmon on board?
We're vegetarians, so yeah, no.
Well, you probably don't have game meat either.
No. All right, we just went through the fish and game inspection. Now we stopped at the border of Yukon and Alaska. So
we're gonna get to do something we didn't do when we came into Alaska, because there was nothing like this.
Yeah, we did not see a welcome to Alaska sign anywhere. So here we are. Welcome to Alaska. As we're on our way out.
Goodbye, Alaska.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of goodbye, Alaska.
But you can do 2 pictures in one. Like this Alaska, if you turn the camera.
Yeah, goodbye, Alaska.
I'm gonna step on the rock.
Hello, Yukon. So this is pretty crazy here. This is the international border. And I'm in Canada. I'm in the US. I'm back in Canada.
It's gonna be like,
okay.
Canada, US. Canada, US.
That is pretty crazy.
I actually have done the same thing in Mexico and US.
On the border, on the bridge?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Very cool. Lori's half in Alaska and half in the Yukon. So half in Canada, half in the US.
So yeah, I'm laying down between 2 countries.
This was kind of a cool stop. I got to quickly jump from the country that I was born and raised in to the country that I've adopted as my new home, so that's kind of cool. And I always get weirded out by that. When I say stuff like that, I get emotional because it's pretty cool to me that I love both of these countries equally, and they're amazing countries, they're amazing places to live, be from, and be going to, so I love it here.
Love it here.
Love it here in Canada, and I love it in the United States. They're amazing places. Anybody who doesn't think that these 2 countries are amazing doesn't travel enough. There are a lot worse places to be from or be living in. All right, we have arrived at the Canadian border, and we're not going to film this whole thing. We don't expect there to be any issues, so we'll let you guys know on the other side how it goes.
So 2:42. Let's see how much time. And we're not even there yet.
3:42. We're
I know.
already an hour. We jumped an hour there.
We haven't, because we're still on this side of the border.
Okay, cool.
See?
No, we already jumped the border though, so we'll see.
It's just so weird because, yeah, the separation of the borders themselves.
We'll see if Kevin gets dragged out kicking and screaming out of his RV or whether they just go through easy. All right, Lorena, how long did that international border crossing take?
We started at 2:42. We finished at 2:43.
Yeah,
so
okay.
1
So
minute.
one minute. So again, folks, we'll say it over and over and over again. If you have an issue at the border, it is an exception, not the rule. Don't be, don't try to bring in stuff that you know you shouldn't have in your vehicle, and answer the questions honestly, and that's it. I mean, it's really not that difficult. So if anyone tells you it's a nightmare, I don't know what to say. It's just not true. It's just not true. It can be, but I would think that's going to be an individual border guard and not the norm. So,
like always, right? There's outliers. I mean, like,
always.
It's gonna happen, but it's not the majority. Okay. Welcome to Canada, people.
Woo-hoo! Welcome to Canada. We're back. We're not going to be here very long, but we're back.
Actually, still live in Alaska. Believe it or not, we was our home for 2 months. So we had a lot of fun in Alaska. So
yeah,
thank you, Alaska.
An absolutely amazing stay. Little interruption for me in the middle, but nothing that nothing we can't handle. So let's see what Canada has to offer and see if it'll throw a little snow at us.
Yeah, I don't think at this point we want to do a lot of stuff in Canada. We need to get into warmer climate.
Then we both grew up in time, but everything's still on my mind all the time.
Whoa! And there's our first rock jump.
Well, first going back down.
Yeah, all the time when I think it over, I remember you said one night you would never leave this town on your own, but now you're gone.
Yeah, I just didn't want to pull over and then have someone blast past us.
Keep them.
I've got my 4-ways on, so. You guys can see the sheep there on the mountain. That's pretty cool. And this is where we're going to end this one. We're finally out of Alaska, Lorena.
Yeah, so should we end the Alaska series?
Let's hold off a little bit. Let's wait till we get down into the lower 48 and then we'll kind of call that official. Because you got to go up and back.
That's true. I guess we started when we were going up, right? From the lower 48, so.
Yeah, so we'll wait till we get back down into the lower 48. But this is where we're going to officially end this one. So if this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you hung out with us a little bit, got to know us, and that means they have to
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button, smash it, pound it a bunch of times. Don't do that, just one time, just so you know you're subscribed. Done.
Yeah, don't unsubscribe.
Yeah, don't do that. And we'll see you again next time. Bye now.
Bye. Like the video.